Alrighty. What could this possibly be? We got gameplay? Gameplay? For me? I don't play games. I just mess around with sets and stuff and complain about not getting premium cards. So a bit of discussion going on at the moment. Um, kind of twofold. One about EA NHL20 and some stuff there, including HUT cover athlete, as well as basically all of Twitter talking about Toronto, but really more so talking about Kawhi Leonard. So whatever, I don't care. But they're also bringing up Marner, the fact that he hasn't signed yet, and yada yada yada. What about AM34? What about Austin Matthews? You know, not probably. Well, I'd say probably not. I guess probably not fully developed yet. Probably still some room for growth in some areas. Was considered a young gun in this version of the game, NHL19, and next year, next year in 2 months, cover athlete. And some talk from some people, he might call them haters or whatever, suggesting certain things might be either lacking or again just maybe could be developed a little bit more. And one of those maybe being the more physical aspect of the game, even though that might not really be that fair considering the current state of the game. Just as an example, if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, feel free to. Actually, this year's cup wasn't that bad, but that's gonna kind of happen when you got the Boston Bruisers and Marchand up in the mix. But obviously went severely lacking once Chara and others weren't at full go. But I digress. So maybe not this past year, but say the year before that, whatever. Compare those, even Cup finals, to the start of this decade, 2010, 2011. Some of those matchups, it's night and day in terms of the extremely repetitive, if you want to call it that, commentary in this sports sim constantly has constantly forces. Well, he only had to say it one time, but then the game repeats it a million times. Constantly has Doc Emmerich talking about how open ice hitting isn't dead or what. I don't know what the hell he said. I tuned it out like 8 months ago, but it is kind of true. IRL, that there isn't quite as much of the open ice physicality. A lot of having to do with rule changes and stuff like that, but also change to the types of players that are getting into the league and succeeding, and more of a playmaker, snipe, kind of whatever, in and out, smaller, faster, but still some strength, just not necessarily looking to always knock you on your ass, which, spoiler alert, that might be happening here. So, reason why this is gameplay is I'm finally trying to finish this last couple of useless parts of the current event for the free agents. Well, actually, I don't even know if it's I think it's I don't know what the hell it is. One of them is free agency, one of them's something else, I think. I don't know. This is the dailies, and it's 500 coins if you can get 5 hits off in 3 1-minute periods. So normally not an issue for me, but I made significant changes to my team for other more important challenges, and I'm just being lazy and don't feel like changing. So I'm having a bit of an issue with it. And then see what's going on here. You know, kind of coming in for a little action. Just whiff, just huge whiff, nothing. But appears to be passing 2 feet away. Not really sure what they're doing actually, but that's fine because I got now someone else in red. AM34 coming in. What could possibly be happening here? So that is that's just lovely. It's like bowling pins. It's a twofer. Although I didn't do it. This is stupid. I should have done slow-mo on my own before doing the broadcast. Because now in slow-mo, it looks as though it just kind of get his legs caught up on the second guy. But I saw this happen like that. And I saw the end result of 2 people basically flopping in opposite directions in the same manner off of one hit from one player. And yeah, yep, puck stop. How do we, I don't normally control these things. Where's the, did I just move? He's like, what? What'd I do? What'd I do? Well, you charged. It's gonna be 2 minutes for you, bud. The thing that kind of sucks, actually, regardless of, even though it looks like that second one probably should not have really counted as a hit, since it seemed like legs caught up between the 2 players. That being the reason why the second person flopped in the opposite direction. But certainly that first one was a hit, but that's what the charge is, and so yeah, you don't get hits when it's a penalty, so that's not going to count towards the 5, which kind of sucks because that should be 2. I'm gonna bring this all the way back here. I mean, think about this guy here. He's like a little dragger, gets it away, but probably just lost possession. That probably wasn't a pass. And now, I don't know why I like this so much. I feel like this I don't get to do this very often. And I get it that the second one wasn't as cool or whatever, but that's from one player. That's the fun part. Although, who's this back here? Yeah, Kaner, kind of getting in the mix. He kind of pushes us at Marshall. Zoom is what? Oh, not that much. Yeah, so it kind of pushes him into him, I guess. But still, I like it. I do. I like it. That's it. It's stupid. I know. Whatever. I'm trying to have fun. I haven't slept. It's like 3 days now. Somebody tell me what the Guinness record for continuous play of NHL is. I'm not even done with the game yet. I'm not even 100% done. Well, you know, when you take 2 different 2-month breaks off the game.